What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the King and I Life podcast, hosted by myself, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother, Son Soul X, in his joint. Check it out. Hit us up, www.kingandilife.com, for all our podcast info. Subscribe to whatever podcast platform that you choose. Also, hit us up, KINGANDEYE369@gmail.com. Email us your suggestions, your feedback, and all that good stuff. Tune in to us live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because we are all over all those social media platforms. Stay tuned for the good stuff. Yeah, we out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the King and I Life podcast. It's me, your boy, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother,
Son Soul X.
Yo, make sure, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that bell notification, and also check out the audio version of this exact episode. So, Son Soul X, what else you got for the peoples?
Yes, and of course, you guys, we got that Purple Gala coming up in October.
Oh,
I want to remind you guys of that. We'll keep you updated when we receive more information, but I'm still trying to keep it fresh in your brain. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, if you want to come on to the show, if you have any topics you want us to discuss, please feel free to hit us up at KINGANDEYE369@gmail.com. Again, that's KingandI369@gmail.com. Appreciate it, and we would love to have you on our platform if you want to come on.
Yes, indeed. So, before we jump back into the conversation, you had hit me up yesterday and was talking about the numbers. And I was like, yeah, man, I ain't look at the numbers in a couple of days. You was like, we over 5,000 downloads. I'm like, what? I was like, yo, we were just at 5,800 something, a couple of days ago when I looked at it. And that's a milestone for us, and I'm happy that we finally broke the 5,000 download mark. It seemed like it took forever to get there.
Yeah.
And then it popped, and it's like, yo, we had 5,000 downloads. I mean, if you look at how many episodes that we published, episode segments, however you want to look at it, a year's worth of podcasting, and we finally hit 5,000. But it's not like fine. It's like, wow, we hit 5,000.
Right.
So, thank all y'all for tuning in and showing us love on that. So, I mean, I don't want to revel too much in that. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, we don't have any advertising dollars behind us. We don't have anybody, pushing us with certain agendas behind us. It's just, once again, me and Soul Toucher spending every dime, that's needed outside of our own pockets, to get this thing up off the ground and to get it to where it is now. I'm not telling you all this, like I'm begging or pleading. No, I'm not. I'm just simply saying that, everything we do is off of our own, blood, sweat, and tears, as they say. So, again, we just want to thank everybody for tuning in and showing support. And I can't even tell you how many countries we're in now. I want to say the last we looked at it was like, was it 30 something? I want to say. So, anyway.
It's a lot. 35.
Again,
We in 35 countries.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you to all of our listeners, and we appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's dive back into this conversation, man. So we was talking about growing up under democracy and different governments that we really don't have too much experience in, but we have a little knowledge in. But let's talk about the countries where we've lived and visited. Um,
Alright.
uh, you want to run off some of yours first, or whatever?
Okay. Um, so I've lived in Germany twice.
Mm-hmm.
I visited Mexico, Aruba, Grand Cayman, Bahamas, Dubai, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Brazil, and Panama. And I'm sure there's quite a few more, but I can't think of them right now.
Mm,
Um, Puerto Rico was another place I visited. And I
mm-hmm.
was there for, I think, 3 days. And I loved it. I'm like, I might have to move here. But those are just a few of the places, that I've actually lived on the outside of the country or visited
Mm-hmm.
for, a few days.
Okay. So, let's see. For me, I've been to lived in Germany. I've been to Russia. I've been to Spain. I've been to England. I've been to Qatar. Um, I'll go ahead and count Iraq and Kuwait since I've been there. Even though it was on deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been to Costa Rica, uh, Canada. Um, been to Belize, Costa Maya on a cruise. Those two, and I can't remember the third place that I went to on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those are all the countries I've been to. Yeah, those are yeah, and like I said, I'm going to Iceland in March, so that's gonna be the next one. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You're real
so
Tupac, real Tupac.
yeah, so of all the countries that you visited or lived in,
Mm-hmm.
um, if you could put one, well, if you could put one on the top, which one would it be?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Because it's a
Ah,
lot that goes into it, and it's a lot that goes into that.
yeah. I would say, ah, right now, it'd be a close tie for first place with Dubai and um, uh, Puerto Rico.
Hmm.
Puerto Rico. Like
Okay.
the only thing about Dubai though is if you wanted to live there, you would have to work for someone or
Hmm.
be in some type of a partnership with someone, and you could never own land there.
As an
Um,
American.
as a foreigner, period, you
Oh,
can't
okay.
own property.
Hmm.
Um,
I can dig it.
you can
I can
only
dig it.
work there until you're 65. Once you hit 65, you have to leave the country.
For a foreigner.
Yep,
Oh wow.
yes sir. Like that's one thing I do admire about that country is you cannot own property there, and you cannot come there and live the rest of your life.
Hmm.
If you do, you have to be basically sponsored by someone, meaning
Oh
like
wow.
your the son or your daughter, and they have to prove that they can take care of you.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's one way they definitely keep the wealth within their own nation.
That's dope. I think that's dope.
Yeah,
I really do think that's dope.
heck yeah,
I can respect that.
yeah.
I really can respect that. Yeah, man. If I could pick one,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I would have to right now. Right now, I would have to say Costa Rica. Um, and I say that because that is the one that I went to as an adult and really, really, really got to experience it.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah. I mean, the one thing about Costa Rica, and I guess I could say this about any country down there, is that the seafood and the fruit is so damn fresh. So fresh. I mean, the air feels so light. Um, it's just I mean, to visit there, it was just it was refreshing. It was like, wow, I'm
Hmm.
down here. The weather's great. The people are great from what I experienced.
Right.
Um, the culture is great. Um, it's just a whole different atmosphere. I mean, I totally enjoyed it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I like about, you know, not limiting myself to staying within the confines of our country. Because when
Mm-hmm.
you go to different countries, you really get to see what it's like for them and, you know, partake in their festivals and their culture and get to know the people. And, you know, well, shall I say, we've been fortunate enough to, you know, been able to meet some great people along our path.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I definitely plan to do more traveling before I have to sit my tail down somewhere, as they say.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
I, I I dislike the fact that a lot of people within the confines of our country just feel like this is it. You know, I still have some people from my
Who ain't been off they
small,
block?
yeah, my small hometown that the further they may have gone, it's like one or two cities over or
That's
towns over.
crazy.
And it's like,
Are
dude,
you
it's a,
serious?
yeah, like it's a
You
whole other
gotta be
world
not.
out
You
here.
joking, bro?
I wish I was, bro.
You
I
joking?
wish I was.
You
They
joking?
they seriously just don't have a desire to go anywhere.
You
Like,
joking? You gotta be joking.
I wish I was.
Yo, look. You know what? So I was in Germany from '87 to '91. And again, while I was over there, I got to go to Russia, Spain, and England. Um, and the thing about it is, although I didn't have the mindset to really appreciate it,
Hmm.
I appreciated it. For instance, when I went to Russia like seventh or eighth grade for a school trip. Um, the one thing that was a downside was, you know, my mother didn't have a lot of money to send me over there with, so I wasn't really able to get a lot of souvenirs and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and we went to Moscow and Leningrad. Um, and it was like I wasn't able to really, you know, just soak it in.
Right.
Um, when I went to London, that was the first NFL game over there, which was the Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. But that was a day trip, and that was just a football game. So I mean, I got to be there, but I didn't get to be there. Spain was, you know, the trip that we went to every year, but you know, I didn't really get to enjoy that because Jokers was head hunting for Manheim people. So I had to kind of lay low key. Like, yo, like I had to lay low key because Jokers was like, hey, we're gonna find some Manheim. I'm like, oh Lord. So I want to go back to Spain. I want to go back to England. I wouldn't mind going back to Russia, but I'm not too pressed on that because of the way things are.
Right.
But the thing about it is when you get to experience these places, it's it just I put it like this. For us to be military brats and travel and lived in several different states and were able to live to different countries, when you talk about, you know, people in your hometown that ain't been nowhere no further than one or two cities away, it's crazy because like I'm from New York and it's like I know people who ain't left the city. Um, then when I got
Yeah.
here in '95, after I got off active duty, it's like people up in this county. When I came here in '95, it was people up in this county that ain't never been to Baltimore, and Baltimore is 30 minutes away. And when I was hanging out in Baltimore, I knew people who didn't even know Harford County or a city in Harford County existed. I'm like, wait, you from here and you've never heard of that? And it's like 30 minutes up the road. So stuff like that is mind blowing to me because it's like if you can't even comprehend what's in your state, it's mind blowing. And it's like for you to have never been to another state or never been out the country or even don't even or never own a passport. I, I, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's mind blowing. Um, I've lived in Virginia twice, Georgia 4 times, of course, being from Alabama, in and out several times. Um, South Carolina, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to New York once, New Jersey twice, um, Kentucky, uh, Tennessee, um, Ohio, Louisiana, uh, Nevada, Texas. Been to Texas twice. Um, Oregon, Washington, uh, California once, but I
Mm-hmm.
was just there as a layover on a flight. So I definitely want to do California again.
Mm.
But let's see, where else? Been quite a few places here within the United States. Mostly here on the East Coast, though. I will admit
Mm-hmm.
that. East Coast and Midwest. But the crazy part about it to me is when you go to, a different state, you would think that it's kind of similar to the adjoining state. But in a
You
lot
would
of
think
ways,
that.
it's not. You
You would
know what I'm
think
saying? It's like, for example, with Texas.
that. Mm.
Texas is large and it is flat
Mm-hmm.
for the parts that I visited. But I say all that to say that, there's a whole lot more here in the U.S. I still want to visit that I haven't had a chance to.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let me see. For me, I'm gonna go from west to east.
All right.
I lived in California, and I've also been to California for military training.
Mm-hmm.
Um, see, California, Texas, I was stationed there. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. I'm here in Maryland, in Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, um, from New York, um, Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and I've been to Michigan. Oh, and I've been in Wisconsin too. So I've knocked off of quite a few states, but there are some that I want to go back and do some other things, and there is some that I am eager to get to. Um, so when I just look at that, it's like it's too much. It's too much here that I want to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Too much.
All right. I didn't even mention Florida. Or Mississippi. I want to say I said Louisiana,
Oh, I've
Pennsylvania. I've
been
been
to
in.
Louisiana too.
Yep, Louisiana, uh, Pennsylvania twice. Um, there's several more, but anyway, that was a long time ago. But again, I just really want to soak up as much of this country as I can before it's time to clock out of here too.
Yeah,
But again, I don't see how people can just stay within the small confines of their area. I'm like, man, that blows my mind. Like,
mind blowing.
but when I talk with, some of my people from my hometown, they like, I just don't have any desire to go anywhere.
I don't fucking
Like, I have everything I need right here. So,
and until they get out and see something, then they be like, "Yo, what the hell?"
yeah,
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, it's I think in the last 25 years, the people that I know have been getting out more. Because I know um, like when I first came back from Germany, people was like, "Oh wow, there's Americans in Germany." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like it's like a whole bunch of us over there." And it was like I never could grasp how they did not know that we there were Americans living in other countries because of the military or whatever.
right,
But then, and also I couldn't understand it because it's like it's not like it's a secret. Like people who's in the military, it's on the news, it's on this, it's on that. So I don't understand how you don't know. Um, and then when I got off active duty in 95 and came here and realized how many people have not been out of wherever, it was also mind blowing because I'm looking at it as, y'all are adults now and I don't get it. But I think over the last 20, 25 years, I think that has changed a lot. And I think I will say it's due to traveling not being as expensive as it used to be, and it's more convenient than it used to be.
right,
um so and there is a more of a desire because if two three people that went somewhere, and it's and plus with social media and stuff, it's like, oh wow, now I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. um just like cruises. It was like I was like anti cruise for the longest time. And when I first used to look them up, I was like, damn, that's expensive as hell. But it's like it's really not that expensive if you do it right. And
right,
you can get a decent plane ticket to damn near anywhere if you plan it right for like 150, 200, $300 round trip. Um, and that's if you do it right. Um, Plus, if you feel like if you got the backbone to drive, burn the road up. Um,
yeah,
people know me for burning the road up, so I mean it's no thing to me. But yeah, I just don't get how um, people just don't want to see at least the country.
right. Just, hey, it's where I'm at. I'm good. Like,
Yeah,
how can you say you good? You haven't seen anything.
right. You ain't seen nothing, and it's like
hmm
like bruh, like I watch Aerial America on Smithsonian Channel, and that has me like, damn, I want to go there. Damn, I want to go there. And it's like, damn, they got that there, and it's like it's so much to see outside of the history part. It's just
Right.
so much to see that it's just I don't understand why people don't want to go places.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Yeah, look, I don't mind sitting in the crib, um, but when I get the desire to burn that road up or go somewhere, I'm out. And sometimes I don't even tell nobody. Next thing you know, well, damn, where you at now? Like, when did you leave? It's like, shit, but I'm not gonna sit around. Like, the hell? Like, no, I'm out. I
Yeah,
holler, deuce.
that's it. That's one thing I enjoyed about, being single back in the day. I just jump on my bike and Ain't no telling where the hell I'm gonna end up.
Right. Yeah,
I know
it's
sometimes I would just look up things on my phone as far as like a famous mom and pop restaurant,
mm-hmm.
so and so and so and so. Jump on my bike and go.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good for doing that too, because I be looking up on my phone sometimes and I be finding something and you know, if you watch food channels and stuff like that, diners,
Yeah.
drive-ins and dives and stuff like that, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
damn, I want to go there. You see how far it is and you plan it out like you could quick plan that out in like an hour or something or you know whatever and you be like, yeah, I'm about to go there. If you need to pack a bag, burn the road up, go stay for a day or two, come back home. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's nothing. And it's like, I love that freedom, man.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
yeah. And you like, seriously, sometimes I be looking at flights to different countries because I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. But then I'd be like, I don't feel like doing it. Maybe I should go with somebody. Man, no. And it's like, a lot of these trips, quick 3, 4, 5, 6 hour plane ride, and you there. And it's like, that's the one thing that I said I'm gonna do more this year. That right there.
Right.
That right there. I'm gonna do that more this year. Like towards the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
I am out. I am out. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me a damn thing. I am telling you, man. I am telling you. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into some more of this conversation.
No, for
We're talking
sure.
about
For
living in
sure.
different cultures and countries, also visiting different states and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, if you're on YouTube, again, like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that bell notification. If you listen to this on the audio, do the same thing. Hey, the audio's going to drop, the video's going to drop, so it's one and the same. But hey, so let's what you got before we cut out.
For sure. Again, you guys just tune in. We got some things coming up this year. Again, we're not gonna speak on it right now. We're gonna make sure things are in cement.
I know that's right.
Before we go to dropping stuff, we're gonna wait for cement. But anyway, you guys can reach out to us at KINGANDEYE369 at gmail.com. Again, that's King and I 369 at gmail.com.
Yeah.